Good morning. It's Monday, April 29, 2024. Peace is a path to the prosperity of a nation. Let me strain. On the news this morning, evacuation of burned vehicles, charred bodies begins after Elimi fire. Governors seek safer methods for petrol transportation. GID's Bright Amehule clarifies his comment in viral video. Ikwere's react to being called Igbos. On the foreign scene, fatal tornadoes strike central U.S. state. I'm Ifechukwumoyele with the news. Vehicular movements have slowly resumed along the Eleme-Abajo axis of the East-West Road, where at least 5 people were killed and about 120 vehicles were burned in a fire. The fire started when a tanker collided with another heavy-duty truck in heavy traffic on Friday. The incident happened between the Indorama Petrochemical Company Gate and the Aleto Bridge on the busy Eleme section of the East-West Road, which has been under reconstruction. Our correspondent reports that efforts are ongoing to remove the charred vehicles. After Governor Siminalayi Fubara visited the scene, now, the governor was accompanied by the State Commissioner of Police, Olatunji Disu, and the State Commissioner for Energy and Natural Resources, Uchechukwu Nwafo. On Saturday morning, residents say the bodies of the victims have been taken to a mortuary.
Yesterday, the car was not moving faster, but today it is moving gradually. So they are moving a burnt one by the side so that the ones that move, they can pass.
The dead body that is here, they have already made a way to carry it and go to mortuaries.
This morning they have been removing the cars. Most of the toll van, the crane to remove the trucks, they are still on it, but it has not cleared yet.
Police say a pregnant woman was among those who died at the scene of the fire outbreak. In a statement, they said those injured are receiving treatment at nearby hospitals. Meanwhile, the commandant of the Federal Road Safety Corps in Rivers State, Christopher Goje, says the Friday night tanker explosion was due to road congestion and impatience. Mr. Goje spoke to correspondent Onyeka Chimusu.
The road is under construction, that is number one. Then you have a lot of tankers and trailers also plying. Again, the issue of congestion is another issue that is prevalent in that place. So some people are impatient normally when there is traffic hold-up. So these are some of the challenges that we are facing. And even the one of yesterday, the investigation revealed that it's an issue of impatience and hoping from lane to lane instead of just maintaining traffic rules and regulations.
The Rivers State FRSC commandant also spoke on his plan for a designated park along the route.
Let them just obey what we tell them to do and then everything will work out fine. We are really discussing with the government to see if there is a possibility of creating a trailer park so that even apart from removing obstruction from the road, it will also bring revenue to government. That you also see we are using our tow truck to tow any vehicle that is obstructing the road as well to remove obstruction.
In the meantime, the Nigerian Governors Forum says discussions are advancing among governors and strategic federal agencies in the oil and gas industry over the adoption of safer methods of transportation of petroleum products across the country. The chairman of the forum, Abdulrahman Abdulrazak, who is also the governor of Kwara State, gave the hint on Sunday in Government House, Port Harcourt, when he visited to commiserate with Governor Fubara, the people and the government of Rivers State over Friday night's tanker fire. Now, the Kwara State governor recalled a similar fatal incident in Ogun State, which was caused by a tanker conveying compressed natural gas, CNG. Still on this, the leader Elders Council of Obiakpo Local Government Simplified Movement, Ezebilio Honda, has condoled Rivers people and the families of victims of the recent fire incident along the Eleme axis of the East-West Road. Eze Honda, in a statement, said the situation was pathetic and prayed to God to grant the families the fortitude to bear the irreparable loss. He also thanked the governor for visiting the scene and for promising to support the victims of the incident. Now, he said God has used Governor Fubara to liberate Rivers people as he continues to maintain peace and ensure good governance in the state. He also criticized some individuals from Ekinigbo who he said were making unguided statements against the governor and urged them not to take his gentility for granted. He said the people of Ekinigbo will not take unguided outbursts henceforth and urged them to be civil in their conduct and utterances, noting that Rivers State is not a state of lawlessness. Friday night fire outbreak in Eleme was caused by
petrochemical along that an issue with a tipper, and there was a very, very unfortunate situation that cost the state very devastating loss. Over 120 vehicles were burned down and about 5 human loss was recorded.
The governor charged well-meaning Rivers people to stand firm with him and save the state from those he said want to destroy it. His comment comes a day after the viral video of strong words of the President General of Socio-Political Organization Grassroots Development Initiative GDI, Bright Amehuli. Now, in the viral video, Mr. Amehuli, who spoke at the inauguration of the Wike International Market or Magwa River State on Friday, accused Governor Fubara and his supporters of insulting the FCT minister on various occasions, including during Thanksgiving celebration for the governor's Supreme Court victory. His comment raised concerns over the weekend. But in an interview with our correspondent, Mr. Amehuli clarified that his statement aimed to urge the sponsors to exercise caution to prevent a crisis, not incite it. He said his group is committed to preventing further abuse against the FCT minister, Wike, and other state leaders by the supporters of Governor Fubara.
We are not instigating crisis. We are not troublemakers. What we have done as a group, grassroots development initiative GDI worldwide, look not to send a sound warning to all those who hide inside government house and then come out on weekend basis to rain abuse on the President of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, rain abuse on our grand patron, the former governor of Rivers State, FCT Minister Chief Basil Wike, rain abuses on the minority leader of Federal House of Representatives, rain abuses on the Speaker of Rivers State Assembly. That won't take it longer. So what we said was that, look, the governor of Rivers State, these are our people, these are supporters. Please tell them, let them stop henceforth from insulting our grand patron. Otherwise, we will also have to reciprocate by also insulting anybody that is their leader.
Still to come, Ikwere's react to being called Igbos. Stay with us. Now the rest of the news. Now the Minister of the Federal Capital Territory, FCT, Nyesom Wike, represented by lawmaker Kingsley Chinda, has urged local government chairmen to prioritize impactful projects for their communities. Mr. Chinda gave the charge during the commissioning of 122 lock-up stores, 70 open markets and 252 extension open markets built in Omagwa by the Samuel Wanosike-led administration in Ikwere Council in collaboration with the NDDC.
The singular message to us is that he wants to see more of these kind of projects in our state, that he wants everybody to take a cue. Let us always gather to our society, because this is actually the real essence of service to the people. You are aware that under Schedule 7 of the Constitution, local government has the responsibility to build, maintain, and manage markets. And so our brother, the chairman of Ikwere Local Government Council, only obeying that section of the Constitution. And we are witnesses today. We want to commend you for what you have done. We also want to commend NDDC and her management.
Also speaking, the managing director of NDDC, Samuel Obuku, said the project, which was initiated by the administration of Effiong Akwa in 2021 in partnership with Ikwere Local Government Area, was to address the need of the people and to provide a comfortable market to the people of the area. On the spot, the chairman of Ikwere Local Government, Samuel Wanosike, said his administration was compelled to build the Nyesom Wike International Market and Motor Park to impact on the livelihood of the people of Ikwere Local Government Area. He appealed to the management of NDDC to complete the remaining 300 shops at the market that was started by the late Herbert Wigwe.
And today, Assembly has stood up to do the right thing and have said clearly there is no unconstitutionally elected government that should take over any governance at any level. And so we are saying that if it pleases the MD of NDDC and his team, that please they should help us complete the remaining 300 open markets that was started by Dr. Herbert Wigwe. It is going to help the people of Ikwere local government.
Our correspondent reports that the market was named Nyesom Wike International Market and Motor Park. And now the chairman of APC Caretaker Committee in Rivers State, Tony Okocha, has expressed gratitude to President Bola Tinubu for appointing him to the management board of NDDC and as chairman of APC in the state. Mr. Okocha spoke during his Thanksgiving service at Holy Trinity Anglican Church in Rumibo in Obiakpo local government area.
You would have seen the zest, you would have seen the joy in everybody else from the church and to this venue. I'm so happy that God has given us this opportunity. Thank Him. I also want to thank Mr. President of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, who had been us meet and proper to be appointed to the board of the Niger Delta Development Commission, and to also allow me chairman his own party in Rivers State. I want to say thank you to Mr. President and of course my leader, the leader of the people, Chief Honorable Barrister Ian Wiki, who has helped nothing. Has had nothing at all from me than for support.
Mr. Okocha also assured that the current NDDC management board, led by Chiedu Ebie as chairman and Samuel Obuku as managing director, would deliver on its mandate to the Niger Delta region. He also commended the FCT Minister Nyesom Wike for his support and Rivers people for the organic support. Earlier, at the church service, the FCT Minister Nyesom Wike urged Nigerians to continue to pray for President Bola Tinubu to enable him to fulfill his campaign promises.
I want to thank you, and thank you also to pray for Nigeria, to pray for Mr. President, so that all promises made will be kept.
Correspondent Emma Kwartoka reports that Mr. Okocha also urged the event to, also used the event to celebrate his wife's birthday. The FCT Minister Nyesom Wike, on behalf of Tony Okocha's friends, pledged to support the church with 20 million naira for the building project. Moving on, the Deputy Governor of Rivers State, Ngozi Odo, has charged staff members of the Greater Port Harcourt City Development Authority to remain steadfast to the shared vision of progress in the development of smart cities across the state. Professor Odo spoke at a two-day 2024 management retreat for the agency in Port Harcourt.
Remember, the true measure of a smart city lies not only in the technological prime, but also in its ability to uplift the lives of its citizens. preserve the natural environment, and cultivate a thriving economic ecosystem. By embracing innovation and forging collective partnerships, we can create a Port Harcourt that serves as a beacon of urban transformation, a model for other cities to emulate. It's about having pockets of smart cities across Rivers State.
On a spot, the acting administrator of the agency, Tonte Davis, said the retreat is aimed at improving the welfare and knowledge of staff members. Dr. Davis also fought claims that government officials are grabbing land from individuals and communities in the name of Greater Port Harcourt City. He urged people with genuine claims to forward them to the agency.
The idea was to bring us back together to the spirit that was driving the workforce before now, considering the new vision of His Excellency in developing not just Greater Port Harcourt but also the new cities. There is need for us to come together, have a product, buy into the product, and see how we can work as a team. Government has gone through the due process of acquiring that land. Now, what has happened is this: over time, because government has not come in to develop the land, some members of the community have gone in there to resell the land. Now we are developing and they are coming to claim that they own the land.
The theme of the retreat was transiting to new smart cities, the beginning. Meanwhile, a stakeholder from Rumaholo community, Prince Amadi, says the people of Rumaholo may be forced to occupy the River State government project site at Ohia Minimba if the state government continues to neglect the concerns of the community over the land that was encroached upon for the project. Mr. Amadi tells our correspondent that the community has written to the Greater Port Harcourt City Development Authority as directed by Governor Fubara, but has not received any response.
His 20,000 housing project for civil servants. All people are not against it. We are same page with good governance in River State. All we're talking about is, but we'll not write out the fact that Rumaholo's property has been grossly encroached upon. So all we are appealing to His Excellency, the governor that has vision, please call the community, since we have written to the office of Greater Port Harcourt, we want to interface with the government of River State so that we can be able to negotiate and discuss that requisite compensation shall be paid to Rumaholo people to refund the buyers who have bought this land since 1961 to date. If the government does not urgently call us for a peace talk, we have no option than to resort to a massive protest there to stop the workers on the site, because we cannot flee away from our community.
He also said the youth, elders and chiefs of the community have fled their home due to harassment by those who acquire the land based on the Supreme Court judgment that was in favor of the community. He said the community has been in possession of the land since the judgment.
We are appealing to the governor of River State, His Excellency Sim Fubara, to come to the aid of Rumaholo people. As I speak today, the indigenes are on the run because the buyers are tracing them with police to effect arrest on them and prosecute them. How do we do the refund of these buyers who have bought these hectares of land from the community? Based on the Supreme Court judgment, we have a Supreme Court judgment as of 1961. And since that Supreme Court judgment 1961, Rumaholo have been in physical possession of their land to date. We are appealing to the His Excellency.
In other news, the Apex Ikwere Chieftaincy Traditional Stool in River State, known as the Supreme Council of Government, recognized Ikwere traditional rulers, has warned the Ohanese Ndigbo against unguarded utterances on the indigenous people of Ikwere ethnic nationality. Its chairman and Ezoha Apara Kingdom, Ezenwolo Wodo, stated this in a media briefing organized by the Ikwere People's Assembly in Port Harcourt. Ezenwodo, while responding to a recent statement credited to the President General of Ohanese Ndigbo, Emmanuel Inwayawu, said the Ikweres are not Igbos and can never be tagged Igbo by anyone.
I think he does not know what he is saying. He is not in a position to tell the Ikwere people where they belong. Chief Iwanyan is talking his own mind, not the minds of Ikwere people. Categorically, I am saying that we are not Igbos. If Ikwere people are speaking Igbo language, it's not all Ikwere people that are speaking Igbo language. So he cannot use that as a yardstick to say that we are Igbos.
Ezo Hapara said language is not a yardstick to determine where any person comes from because anybody can speak any language.
They have no idea. They are just, kicking about the bush. They don't know our history. That is the point. They don't know Ikwere history. We know our history. They are not the people to tell us where we belong or where we come from. Enough is enough of this type of reckless comments anywhere. Kwere people are people that has respect for other people, and we should also be respected.
And now we'll bring you news from around the world.
At least 5 people, including a 4-month-old baby, have been killed after dozens of tornadoes ripped through the central U.S. cities, causing serious damage. Now that's a wrap on the news this morning. Before we go, let's have a look at the major stories. The evacuation of burned vehicles and charred bodies is ongoing after the Elimi fire. And on the foreign scene, tornadoes in central U.S. states has left at least 5 people dead. The news was edited by Choma Ezenwafo. To reach the news team, send an SMS on WhatsApp to 0808-721-7215. I'm Ifechukwu Mwanyili. Many thanks for listening.